Labour has suddenly discovered transparency on grooming gangs after decades of denying there was even a problem, because the public has finally had enough and now they're scrambling. So here's the headline. The government wants you to applaud today. The Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, says the ethnicity of all offenders should finally be recorded and published. Not just grooming gangs, every offence. On the surface, that sounds like a breakthrough. And yes, critics have argued for years that the lack of proper data has fueled mistrust, cover-up concerns and resentment. Baroness Casey's review already showed that in places like Greater Manchester and West Yorkshire, disproportionate numbers of suspects in grooming gangs came from specific ethnic backgrounds. That's not opinion, that's a documented fact in the audit. But let's be honest with each other. Why now? Why suddenly after decades of silence, denial and obstruction? Because there are growing concerns that this is not about justice at all. It's about politics. Some believe that Labour is trying to appease an increasingly frustrated electorate who've watched scandal after scandal handled with excuses and selective outrage. When people see authorities failing to act because they're worried about community cohesion, trust collapses, and Labour know that if they don't look divisive, Reform UK will keep peeling off their working class vote. So now transparency is fashionable. Now data matters. Now they want the full picture revealed, but only when it helps them reset their image. And here's the deeper issue most won't say out loud. Critics argue this new enthusiasm for blanket data collection also conveniently strengthens the government's wider push for tighter state control. The more data they mandate, the more systems they centralise, and the more power shifts upwards. This isn't about opposing transparency. Transparency is essential. But when a government only discovers its principles when the polls turn against them, you've got to question the motive. The inquiry itself, run by Lady Longfield, a Labour peer stepping back from the whip, has the power to compel police, councils and officials. It should uncover hard truths. It should expose the failings. Victims deserve that. But the timing, the political U-turn, the sudden moral clarity, convenient doesn't even begin to cover it. This didn't happen because Westminster found its conscience. It happened because the public forced their hand. And if they think this move cancels out the decades of denial, silence and incompetence, they are very much mistaken.